Now you may be clicking on this video and saying, no way, this guy's lying. There's absolutely no way that in Apex Legends, sweaty Apex Legends ranked, you could win a game by doing no damage and no kills. Oh, and your entire team would have no damage and no kills either. How do you do that? That's literally impossible. I would have thought the same thing until I had it happen yesterday. Here's the video of how I did the no damage, no kill challenge unintentionally, actively trying to not do this challenge, and it still happened. And I want to give you guys the story of how I, against my will, ended up winning this game with my entire team not getting anything done. It's a kind of a unique story and really funny, and also a good lesson at the end of the day as to how little things can make big impacts here in Apex Legends. Now, the ending is something that you do not want to miss, and I'll walk you through all of these little moments because they are very important. Even little things as to what gun my teammates are trying to find make a big difference as to why we take certain rotations and why we end up being in the situation that we are to win the game the way that we did. But it all started out pretty normally, to be honest. I mean, you're seeing me looting up, we're trying to just get some guns, get some shields, everything that you would typically do in the beginning of a game of a Battle Royale. Now, one thing to note is that I'm actually not driving this gameplay. What I mean by that is that sometimes I'll get into lobbies with randoms and I'll say, let's go here. I'll kind of drive the direction of where we're looting and where we're rolling. Now, because of the situation I'm in, it's early morning, I don't have my mic on because my girlfriend's working next to me, and we're about to head into brunch. I'm pretty much playing like a fast game. I'm like, no mic, just I'll text if something happens, and I'm pretty much just letting this other dude drive where we loot. That ends up being a huge reason as to why this game occurs the way that it does.
Merci.
So we're off to a great start. I get the disruptor rounds, and the alternator plus the disruptor rounds with a Spitfire is a very good combo. We've got a lot of early pressure, and we've got a lot of inside pressure if someone gets close, and great poke from long range. I'm feeling pretty good about my loadout, to be honest. So we loot up both of these spots, and I'm kind of checking my 6 just to make sure nobody is around, nobody's following us. It's kind of unusual to have no action at this point, but in Silver, you know, you could basically just loot, survive, and you're in the top 10. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's literally how Silver works, so I'm still not kind of like thinking this is too unusual that we haven't seen any teams.
Only half the squads are left.
Let's go this way.
Yes.
We are inside the next ring. A net positive result.
Now that was a really good portal because we rotate in an open spot on the map and we only have white shields, so we should keep looting, see if we can find at least a blue shield, tier 2, maybe even tier 3 if we get lucky, or at least a few more attachments for our weapons. All still going according to plan, but I noticed that he is kind of looking for something.
Gotta hop up energy ammo here.
Now, I guess a great thing to say right now is that I am a loot goblin. I'm a self-proclaimed loot goblin, and I've played with loot goblins. I know who they are, and I know that I am one of them. You show me a great weapon, you show me a great extended mag, you give me 3 boxes, I'll run over them 3 different times, even though I know what's in them. I like looking at loot, and it's one of my faults of my character in Apex Legends. I gotta get better at it. I know. But I will say that this contributes very heavily to this environment.
Let's push towards air.
Longbow here.
I could use that.
Extended light mag here. Level 1.
Push toward what was that?
Gotta push. Let's push up into air base.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, you wouldn't know it, but that was the most important moment in this video. Decided instead to go to airbase, and the person leading the charge was the Wraith, who I had agreed in my mind to follow because I'm not trying to drive this game. However, his motivation for going here is something I didn't quite discover until we got here.
I am proud. If anyone wants to use the prowler, please.
Cool.
at this moment, I don't really think anything of it because we all have white shields except for the caustic. You know, we're going to loot. I mean, if you have a select fire, if you let me know if you have a prowler, I mean, that all makes sense. You may not have a great weapon yet. So we head over to artillery and just continue looting.
Body shield here.
Gotta
Level
hop
2.
up here. Backpack here. Level 2. Gotta hop up here. Joke.
Beginning ring countdown.
So at this point, we are getting kitted. My longbow just got everything that it needs, essentially, except a skull piercer. So I'm like, all right, I mean, it's top 8. We're getting great loot. We keep upgrading. I do only have a white shield. Why not? Let's stay here a little bit longer. However, my teammates still looting is a bit odd. I have a white shield, but they've got a tier 3 and a tier 2, and this guy goes into the zone to keep looting. I mean, he's really looking for something. Could it be? No. No. No.
Body shield here. Level 3.
I need to hop up.
Patching myself up.
Finally, the glorious blue shield. So now I'm pretty kitted. I feel good. I'm going to finish this loot path, but I'm ready to go.
There is a new kill leader.
So I finally ping the Prowler, and I'm like, you know, he's been talking about this Prowler. He's obviously got great gear. I don't know what he's looking for. Is it, you know, some more grenades? Is he just making sure he's checking all of the loot possible in artillery? Like, doesn't want to miss an amazing thing, a gold weapon? I don't know. But I'm like, guys, we could start rotating. It's definitely time for us to go. But
Patching myself up.
Any prowler yet?
Somebody pinged one back. It
Where
was,
was
in
it?
one of the big
Let's go
buildings
here.
back.
Allons-y.
Oh, okay.
so this guy goes back to get that Prowler, and before so, he asks, have we found the Prowler yet? And I realize that his whole rotation to airbase, all this time was spent trying to find a Prowler. He went into the zone with a tier 2, tier 3 situation just to get a Prowler. Now, the Prowler is okay. Listen, I ain't hating on the Prowler crew. I like Prowler. Select fire automatic is great. But is it something you can't live without? Are there not other good weapons around you? Like, do we need to stay there this whole time for the Prowler? Like, to me, that's like, you know, I gotta have Burger King. No McDonald's. What? Okay, how about In-N-Out? No, Burger King. I'm like, okay, Five Guys. No, Burger King. What the hell is up with Burger King? What do you need from Burger King? The burgers? No. Everybody knows Burger Kings have good burgers, not great burgers. Come on, man. It's just like, I'm like, you know, I was a little confused, but I realized that this whole rotation was about his damn Prowler.
Prowler SMG here.
Yep, got one. Thank you.
Now, he pings another Prowler, and at this point, we are fully looted. Now, I'm realizing that not only am I a loot goblin, but I'm staying around the edge of the circle and following my teammates. But here's the problem. When you follow your teammates in ranked, sometimes they just want to keep looting, even when you know that you're ready to fight. However, in ranked, it's not always valuable to go fight because I'm in a top 5 and I can get more points if I'm top 3. So I really don't see a problem with continuing to rotate, but we're already 5 squads left and we've seen literally no one. Now, it's been about 10 minutes of constant looting, and I'm starting to get a little self-aware. Like, if we just die instantly, although we've gotten some good RP, I feel like I've just wasted my time. Why did I go and spend the majority of this game simply looting and not fighting? It does feel like we better have something pay off in the end.
Not all of us are in the ring.
Preparing to defend this area. R301 here.
So this is another thing that I found, and as you guys can see, we are in another unlooted location. I don't think anyone in this lobby dropped this side of the map because yet again, there is completely brand new loot and very good loot wherever we go. No one has been here, no enemies have come before us, and honestly, it's part of the reason why this is even possible. A very lucky drop that I think separated us completely from the rest of every other team in here. At this point though, I am a little bit like, why are you guys looting in the zone with tier 3 weapons? Like, what is the goal of the zone looting right now with tier 3 stuff? Like, are we really thinking we're upgrading it?
Administering medical aid.
Let's get a better position on this.
Ring is in close proximity. 1 more minute.
Or else we're gonna end up getting fucking
The kill leader has been eliminated.
So after we are tier 3'd and looted out of our minds, 12 minutes later in Apex Legends in a ranked lobby, 5 squads out of 20 left, and we're one of them, we finally start thinking about fighting somebody. So we say, let's get a rotation and head over to a better part in the circle.
New kill leader.
New kill leader. Watch for them.
So what's crazy is the action starts to kind of kick off. We see a couple of kills drop by, and there's only 4 kills to make the kill leader, which means it's a pretty slow lobby in general. But we still haven't seen anyone. I mean, I'm walking in the open. I'm geared to my teeth. I don't have the same shield as they do, but I feel confident. Bring me some blood. I want to go and fight somebody. But still, no one is around.
Gotta hop up here.
And if this dude pings one more damn thing, I'm going to slap somebody. Now, I want to let these final few minutes play as we are obviously heading towards our final confrontation. We have looted for 10 to 12 minutes, run across the entire map, and not seen a single soul. Surely that will change now.
We're inside the
Yeah,
ring.
let's hold this
We're
choke.
safe.
Let's hold this
Let's
choke
explode
point.
this way.
The rewards in that care package could be a deciding variable.
Let's hold this.
We're in the
Hold.
final 3.
They're fighting right now. If you guys want a third,
Yeah, we can third party it. Let's go through that. Yeah, let's go through here. Let's just
there's
like
also
our,
2 care packages right here. If you guys wanna,
1 batch of subjects remains.
oh, 1 squad remains, bro. Oh, we win.
what the hell? Not that.
Oh, we didn't. They died from the ring. Wow, we didn't even have to fucking do it.
You are the Apex champions.
Wow, that is, but I'm not complaining.
This will go down in the record books as one of the weirdest, probably the weirdest Battle Royale game I've ever won. And the reason is not because we camped, not because we didn't try to fight, not because we were loot goblins and got distracted by all the great upgrades that were constantly in front of us, or because my dude really wanted a prowler. The reason it sticks out to me is because we didn't see a single person all game long. Like, not even in the final circle. We did not see the dude who died at the end. So it was just a weird vibe, and I'm not sure that could ever be replicated. I mean, even if you try to camp, do the no damage, no kill challenge, somehow set it up, how are you going to do it without seeing another team? I mean, even a team rotating, a team that tries to see you, a team that, you know, maybe you don't fight back at, but you just try to outposition them. All of those things require you seeing another team, and we didn't see them at all. Super weird, super unusual, and I told you, it's something that you probably haven't ever seen in that way before. But what have you guys had happen that's weird in Apex Legends? What are your weirdest wins? Has something like this happened? Could this happen again? Do you think it's possible to literally win without seeing any enemies after you land? And if you did enjoy the video and have any comments, make sure to like and comment down below. I'll be reading and checking them out. Thanks so much for staying tuned to the video today, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Get their ideas, get their feedback and thoughts on it. If they think they've had a game weirder than this, make sure they let me know in the comments below as well. As always, never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.